You said that you were selling DVDs at J4?
Or your CD?
Yeah, I was selling bootlegs. Not my. No. I sold my album at J4 in 2019.
Your mixtape. It
Oh.
was hot.
It was the album. I had a booth and everything.
Damn.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
I had the album, like a physical copy. But it was in 2019, man. Nobody pops a CD into their. I mean, a lot of OGs still do, I guess, but
Yeah.
but I just wanted to do it for the experience.
Right.
Yeah, that was more like a personal thing for me. It wasn't business.
Yeah, I got you. Because during that time, 2018 was when I met you and Coolio.
Yeah.
And then 2019, I took off. I had because I don't want to talk about myself here. So,
Nah, we gonna talk about it. Hold on, man.
this podcast is about you. It's about you.
Hey, man, as much as it is about me, it's about you too.
Yeah, where did you go?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we ain't talking about me.
Yeah, right?
What
Yeah.
happened? You just vanished off Facebook one day.
We'll talk about that some other day, but, I want to...
Yeah. Today is not about him. Today is about you.
Yeah, today's about you, we want to talk about you.
Okay,
I'm curious about you.
okay, that go to the question. Let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about my mental health. I mean, let's talk about mental health. My mental health.
You know what?
It could be your mental health too.
We were going to talk about KT. Let's talk about KT first,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What the hell happened to KT?
Oh, okay.
Because-
here to,
Right.
mental health issues.
And we'll lead that into
Yeah.
mental health,
Yeah.
Cause, go ahead.
We good?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I was curious.
Yeah,
I was,
KT?
because he just
Free
disappeared.
KT.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, what was
he's-
all that about?
As of right now, he's currently incarcerated. Free KT, free my boy. But
What?
I don't want to speak on another man's personal business. But
Go ahead. That's
I just gotta say he's currently incarcerated right now, and it's just kind of unfortunate situation, right? Because to me personally, I feel like he was on the upward trajectory,
Yeah, he absolutely was.
and it just happens to end up how it did, right? But I spoke to him not too long ago,
Okay.
and he's in good spirits. So shout out to the brother KT.
Yeah, shout out to KT, man.
KT killing him.
Yep. I messaged you, so you can read your messages.
Okay. Yeah,
I saw him on 3-inch podcast.
Oh, yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out to 3-inch podcast. I really love the way he really communicates, man. I really love that.
He's a really down to earth guy. So
He
I don't
is.
know if you ever met him in person before.
No, just hearing him talk, man, on 3-inch, I would
Okay.
love to have him on. And if I do, I might invite you and Tremaine because, man, we have like a freaking wild podcast on that one.
Shout out to Charmaine as well, man. That's another brother, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
He's one of the ones.
that's definitely gonna be a wild podcast if you guys.
I'll try to get the crew to
Yeah.
all come on, man.
You're gonna have like 10 dudes here. You're gonna need to buy more microphones, bro. You say your whole crew here.
I think we can make
Your
that
whole
happen.
crew.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Tag me in.
But that's the one thing is that I think people love to hear more about you guys because they don't get to sit down and talk to you guys, and
Yeah, that's
they
true.
don't, they only see you guys on screen doing your thing, and you guys do the best you guys can, and they never hear about you guys,
Yeah.
and the struggles that you guys go through.
Sure.
And that's why I love to. That's why I want to hear about you guys. I love to hear your story, how you guys started, your journey, your ups and downs, and everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell me, Chin, what was your biggest struggle that you had to go through,
In terms of what though? You know what I'm saying? Because
like relationship wise?
relationship wise.
Yeah.
What do you mean by relationship wise?
Yeah. Okay. Tell us about.
Your father who used to beat you.
Is that what happened?
What? No, he didn't.
When you grew up,
why you can't psychologist.
when you grew up,
That shit went dark real quick.
I know that was dark.
What about that relationship?
Did you have a very engaging childhood, like with your parents?
Oh, okay. Um, I think that my parents, they did the best that they could, right? It's like first generation me, and looking back at it, it's just like Hmong parents, majority Hmong parents, I'd say, they were just trying to figure it out, right? Came to a new country, adapt, adjust, and like most parents, they just wanted the best for their children, right?
Right.
So, what's the what's the most I'd say stereotypical route, right? You go to school, get good grades, go to college, get a good job, get married, have a family.
Trust the system.
Right. Right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much that's the standard,
Hey,
right?
No, we didn't
Yeah.
know.
So I'd say, for me, it's like, yeah, of course, growing up, it was limited resources and the capability that my parents were able to support me, right? It's kind of like they'll be like, all right, well, you got to go out there and do good, get good grades. It's like, all right, cool. But how am I going to do it, right?
Right.
So that's the missing link where now there's like a bit of a disconnect because then, we have to go and figure that out for ourselves, right? So I always thought that, growing up in the 90s, we have to live in like two different worlds, right? One, we have to be Hmong, make sure that we're Hmong enough, and then, but on the flip side of that, the expectation is for us to also still be able to succeed and do well academically amongst everybody else, like our peers, right? Whether it be, like the white kids, African Americans, Hispanics, right? So, that right there, when it's within itself, it's kind of like, you're in two different battles in the war,
So what do you think about Hmong school nowadays?
Hmong
Letting
school?
your kids go to Hmong school versus going to a public diversity school,
Well, I think it makes a lot of sense. Like Minnesota, we have the largest Hmong community, right? Not population, that's California, but the largest community,
Right.
Right, we're all together in the Twin Cities.
Yep.
So I feel like it makes a lot of sense for us to be able to maintain our culture, our heritage, our language, and I think it's a beautiful thing for there to be Hmong charter schools and Hmong schools to be able to teach not only Hmong kids but other demographics about who we are, because I think it's important. Because if we don't care about ourselves, like, what makes you think that other people are going to care about us, right? So I think it's a beautiful thing.
You think academically, the Hmong schools, do you think it's up there with the public Mika schools? The teaching,
I don't know. I can't speak on that, right?
The education system in America just sucks in general. So
It's getting worse.
Damn.
But I feel like the Hmong
There's no
schools
difference.
I feel like the Hmong schools are too lenient, though, And then
Have it that
like
way.
public school, they're like Mika, na.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't.
That's my opinion.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. Like,
God, no, it doesn't make it better.
like for me to like make like a comment on that, I got to know more about that, right? So it's like I can't speak on that because I
Because
don't know
you're
the
talking about preservation in
statistics.
schools, and then you also have public school where it's actually like Mika Kirunda.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you're talking about preservation of the Hmong culture, and then you're also talking about like school on public and meeting, like
It's hard because like I think it's called like acculturation, where you are assimilating to the guests, like in this place like the superior like culture or whatever. So like
American culture.
yeah,
basically.
exactly.
ain't
Yeah, because
culture
now we're
like that,
now we're in America, so we have to assimilate to the American culture.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, you're also trying to find like
Identity.
yeah, your identity. Yeah, like
Hmong,
among like
yeah.
how am I Hmong or what makes me Hmong now that I'm here. I'm not at the homeland or whatever. Yeah, so like it's yeah, or like like you're Hmong in American and like you're Hmong American. It's like two different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So, yeah, I can't say.
So you growing up, tell me, did you grow up around more Kidu people or more Hmong people or more Meka people or?
I'd say it's honestly a mixture of everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up? Like where were you? Where did you go to high school?
I went Harding.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Paul.
St. Paul.
shit.
Yeah. Well, you went to Johnson?
No, we're Central.
Oh, Central?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Central out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Then Harding was where the real fights be going
Yeah,
down.
that's what I heard.
Like back then,
Harding and Como.
I seen some crazy shit. Yeah.
Wow.
Even before
I
our
see
time.
some-
You were
yeah,
my
we
time.
see some
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah,
shit.
even
Oh,
before.
Julio, did you
even
go there
before.
too? Harding?
Yeah, that's
Guys
how
the same
I know.
year.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
There's still some fight videos on YouTube. I pulled up for you.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, share that. Shit, I would love to see
Talk
that.
about Harding, man.
Nah, but
sports channels.
yeah.
Might as well.
I think it's good. It's good that I could speak about this, and
Oh, yeah.
like we're the same year as well, so he can at least like attest or vouch to it too. But like outside of school, I always hung out with my cousins on the weekends, right? So they're Hmong, and I go out there. We play video games and football and things like
Bud Light in
that.
the garage.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Cool that
No.
was exposed. Yeah.
But at school, like I'd say I hung out with mostly like my Kidu friends, and I had a weird group of friends. Say like my best friend's Mexican, right? So
Okay.
so
I was gonna say that
yeah.
earlier.
And then I got some like
I
some
would never
Mika
guess.
friends as well, right?
Right.
But it wasn't as if I was like, not like trying to just stand out and not hang out with Hmong people. Like, nah, that wasn't my intentions at all. But it was like, I like sports, I joined football, despite my parents not wanting me to play football. And it's like, bro, there's like, I don't know, like 53% of the school is Hmong people. But why is there only like 3 Hmong kids on the football team, right? To me, that didn't make any sense. But my love was football. So I joined football. So that's how I made my friends, right?
Yeah.
So, you just got to make it make sense. And then in the springtime, I joined track. Again, there's 53% of Hmong student population, but there's only like 3 Hmong guys and like 2 Hmong girls on the track team. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
So I spend most of my time in at practice or with the team. So that's how I made my friends.
Yeah. Do you think that plays a part in your mental health as well, being a part of sports?
Sports and mental health. It can. I think mental health itself, it could be like a complex thing, right? But I would say that sports within itself, it really helped teach me a lot of just discipline, what hard work means, and actually really kept me on track just to stay focused in other areas of my life, right? Because you practice good, you play good. You practice good, coaches notice you more,
Yeah.
and you'll get in the game more. Or not even if you have to do good, if you just got to put in effort, like that's also noticed as well, right? So it's all these little things that I feel like sports can teach you, right? You learn a lot of life lessons through sports.
Is that why you're so good in boxing? What show's that? Because
I am not,
Oh, dude.
bro. Nah,
Chin
bro.
is on a
Bro, I am
Chin
not
was on
good
a different level when I actually saw him.
Nah.
Oh man,
Prodigy.
No, stop. You
Prodigy.
just,
I actually said something and then showed back to you up. No, I'm serious.
Just wait until you get hit by that jab.
Yes. See?
Just wait.
You know, I'm not even gonna say anything.
Nah,
I wouldn't doubt it at all.
And I just feel like, you know, see one great thing that I learned from track, right, is it's me versus me, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like honestly, I am not gonna outrun some of these, you know, 6'2", 6'4" dudes with like long strides.
Yeah.
Like it's just not gonna happen, right? But what I can do is I could beat my own PR, my own personal record, right? So that's what I strive for.
It's gonna make you better.
Exactly. Or like I'll run against like people who are close to me in speed. And you know, it's good competition because like, you know, you don't want to aim for the top guy and he beats you by, you know, 10 seconds every time, right? It's like then it's going to discourage you, but you know, you might want somebody who's kind of like closer to your level, who maybe you beat him a few times and he beats you a few times, and you know, that's your competition, right? But at the end of the day, like that's what track and field really taught me is it's me versus me. It's me versus my own PR.
Yeah.
And it really helped motivate me just to become better.
Did you took that into rapping or like your life? Or?
Yeah, man, it's a life lesson. I carry that over with me to, you know, to damn near everything that I do till this day. Yeah, it's me versus me.
Oh, I never knew you were so competitive, man.
I am. I'm really competitive.
Oh, you play all those sports
Yeah.
in high school?
Football, track. Yeah. The only thing that I regret not doing is wrestling. Yeah.
You know, I think that plays a huge role in life if you join a sport in particular, because it's the competition. You know, after you graduate, man, it's all about competing, right? You're competing with whether it's the looks, whether it's the body, whether it's the type, whatever it is, you're competing. You're always competing. You got to be on the top of your game. You got to be on the top of your level, so that you could be the number one pick, you know?
Sports and physical activity is really required or needed, especially in our youth.
Yeah.
Teach
Absolutely.
It teaches a lot of life lessons and just like challenges you and gives you that drive that you need. You know, just doing it. You know.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. When I was in my youth, I wasn't really an athletic person or into like sports and stuff. But as I got
Man,
older,
you played Pokemon. No,
yeah, I was a Pokemon.
even that strategy.
It's not trying to break. Hey,
Nothing wrong with Pokemon. I love Pokemon.
it's not trying to break.
Once you, like I learned about like camaraderie as I got older and stuff.
Yeah,
So I feel like it's something like we should teach our youth. You know,
I agree.
early on to understand. You don't have to love it, but you have to understand what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Not
agree.
like sometimes you know like boxing might be not for you, wrestling might not be for you. Something will be for you. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And it doesn't. Yes, like you said, Coolio. It doesn't have to be boxing. It doesn't have to be martial arts. It could be any kind of sport because you learn the discipline of it, and you learn the strategy, and you also learn the hard work that you put into it. You know, it makes you a better person, even if you don't go far. It's the fact that you play that sport and you really dedicate yourself to it. Then whatever you do in life, you're going to dedicate yourself to it. You know, very rare people that you're going to ever meet that are going to be dedicated to something and they're going to love it. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah. Plus, I want to go back to what you said, where it's like you versus you, and you want to beat your previous PR. It's also kind of like how, because like our mom parents is always like, comparing you to like your peers or like your cousins, like, oh, your cousin got an A in like math, you know, like you got a B instead or whatever, you know, like things like that. Or like, oh, your cousin's married now, but you're not married.
It's a tango, huh?
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
exactly, yeah. And so like, you just always have to remember that, you know, you want to be better than you were yesterday. You know,
That's
so
right.
you don't
Be
want to,
humble, right?
yeah, you don't want to compare yourself to other people because other people, you know, their lives are different from yours. So yeah, you always just want to compare yourself to yourself, like be better than you were yesterday. You know.
I like that
Yeah.
you brought that up though. But how do you feel about that though? You know, when parents do that to their kids,
man.
not even just mom, right? I
Yeah.
feel like this is like that. This is definitely like an Asian thing.
It is.
Yeah,
Not like all across the board Asians. Like
Let's hear everyone's experience.
yeah.
And we'll start with we'll go down this way. Okay, so
Just comparing.
we'll start with me. We'll start with me, and then we'll go down that way.
Trauma.
Oh, it absolutely is. I remember my parents telling me, "Go to cousin, what tamblo na? Go to chia tamblo." You know, like, what the fuck, dude? I have nothing to do with being a cop. You know, I mean, I love criminal law and justice. I wanted to always be a cop, but then, you know, they what's the word? Like they compare you. They compare you to that shit. And I didn't even I wasn't even I didn't even have the age to be a cop yet. And they fucking putting me on the spot. I'm like,
Mom, I'm 9.
yeah, I'm like, what the fuck, man? What about you, Jeff?
Yeah, for me, like my dad and my grandma is always like, oh yeah, your cousin, he's already married with like, this many kids. Like now he's, his life is like going way ahead of yours. I'm just like, I don't know. I like where my life is at right now. It's not stressful. It's good. Yeah.
But didn't that piss you off though?
Hell yeah. I was hella mad because I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, that's good. Okay.
You didn't say nothing
Yeah.
back to them or what?
No. I used to as a kid because like it was always like, oh yeah, like your cousin, he's like dating a girl now, blah blah blah, and I'm just like, okay, like I don't care. Or like, oh yeah, your cousin like he moved away or like he moved out, he found a good job, blah blah. And I was like, yeah, okay, but like I'm like 4 years younger than him, like like yeah, he's already done with college. Like I'm not even going to college yet, yeah, things like that, yeah.
Did you, Mahu? Did you have one?
I don't know. I don't really have anything, but all I know is that like when it comes down to it, it's just about money. They're just talking about money.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So basically
Yep.
about that, and money.
Wanting rank,
money doesn't matter, but like it matters, but it doesn't matter too because at the same time, you and Shore, you guys are pioneers, so you guys are paving the way, and then like for like, it's just all about money, being a doctor, all these things, For me, I don't really have anything, so nah, I don't have anything. Just go for what you want, what you like, because nowadays the new generations, like fathers like Shore, me, or I don't know if you guys have kids, but like I think we're a lot more different than them now, But Chin Chilla, because like.
Yeah.
Like you're a rapper. You rap battle, right? You freestyle, right?
Yeah.
You're a pioneer in that. And when you have kids, we're all gonna be different, So I think we're gonna be different from our parents.
For sure.
Yeah. But I don't really have anything.
Cool.
For me, cool, it's just all about money. Yeah, I was talking about money.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Just
That's fair.
money is not happiness.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
tiger parents, you're saying? Is that the term, right? Tiger parents?
No.
Just-
It's like, did your parents ever compare you to like someone else?
Yeah, that's what that term. What do you call it? The high expectation of Asian parents.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
Every-
isn't that
every-
term for that?
Yeah, it's like tiger parents.
No, tiger parent is like they're always like on you. Like
I don't know
I
that.
think that's tiger parent. Whereas like they're always on you and like I've heard of tiger mom because like
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah,
it's tiger mom.
yeah because like I know it's like very common in like
Just Asian culture
China
and shit.
or yeah, and then where like the moms always like, oh, you have to do better, like yeah, stuff like
It's not
that.
appreciation for your skills at the moment where you are right now and stuff.
But then that is an inspiration though. They are trying to inspire you, but in
That's
the
not
wrong
really-
way.
That's not
in
really
the wrong way though.
inspiration.
But
It's
they're
really
trying to
negative.
like
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
inspiration is really negative.
yeah they're trying to like make you like make it, but like I told you
It's
guys
not-
earlier,
it's
with a
not
new
like-
generation. So
Yeah.
now we know how to inspire our kids.
It's not really uplifting
Yeah.
because Asian culture, they don't show affection in that way. You
Right.
know, even men, they're
no.
not, Asian men aren't
Yeah.
supposed to be really. They're supposed to maintain that face of masculinity,
Yep.
and they're not supposed to show feelings or affection. And then you come to America, like Asian men when they get compared to other men, white, black, men like that, their masculinity gets stripped down in comparison. So what's the identity of Asian men then? But we're not talking about that. But anywho, it's like, yeah, no, it was weird for me growing up, because I had a stepbrother the same age as me. And it was like my grandparents always compared us. It was a race between us two. Like which one's smarter, which one's gonna be more successful. And of course, I'm here, so he could tell who won.
We don't know for sure. Like success is measured differently.
Yeah. Success measured differently, So it's like, my brother went to college. I went to college. I dropped out. It's he got his degree and all that stuff. So it's hard to like see what do they appreciate in between the two of us. Because like the moment I used to do IT, so when I started doing IT work, my dad was really proud of it. That's my son. He's a genius. He's the computer whiz. And I always thought to myself, like, why would he show me off like that? Oh, that's right. I got a pretty successful job right now. What if I quit? And I never got flaunted, shown around like that since. But it's a weird.
So parents want something to brag about.
Technically, yeah, it's a rank. It's a rank. It's a rank thing. It's a rank thing. Yeah, it's a class thing. It's a class thing. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, you know, it definitely happened to me too, right?
Oh, yeah?
It's like you getting compared to like your cousins and their success, and like, hey, they doing this now, or they're married, they got this many children now, right? For me, yeah, man, I was it definitely like lit a fire in me, you know, and because I understand that, you know, I have my own path. For some reason, I've always understood that. So, you know, I will always tell my parents, like, well, good for them. That ain't for me.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's what we always said too. Okay,
Yeah,
good for them.
right. Good
Yeah.
for them. That's
You
not
always
for
get that
me.
whipping, man. Get that whipping. God damn
Go
it.
ahead, G.
Yeah, no, right. You know, there's an art to it. You know, there's a certain way you can talk back without, you know.
God, don't hit me with a
but
chicken.
but
You gotta get
yeah,
me a
you
chicken.
know, I think it's just one of those Asian parent style where it's like, I beat you because I care, right?
Yeah.
Right? But it's like it's not really helping, right? So I don't know where that comes from, but you know, I'm pretty sure it comes from a place of caring. Where, you know, maybe they're trying to motivate us to do better, but you know, it definitely doesn't work, right? But it didn't really make me resent them, but it definitely, you know, again, like lit a fire in me just to push me further away from meeting that expectations, right? It's kind of like I've always understood that I'm my own individual, and I got goals and dreams and things that I want to accomplish for myself, and either you are on board and you understand it, or you don't, and I'm gonna have to take this journey alone, right? Because it's too many times where, you know, I try to convince other people to see my vision and be like, this is what I'm trying to do. But, you know, the more that you tell them, it's just kind of like the more energy you're just wasting, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't see my vision, then this is a journey that I'm gonna have to take on without you, and that's just how it's gonna be.
I'm guessing your parents were like that when you were playing sports and
Of course, like,
your
you know,
rap career too.
I forged their signature. I had to sign myself up for football, you know? And thankfully, you know, I only live like a couple blocks away from Hardin, so I was able to like just walk back home from practice, right? Like I didn't need to catch the bus or nothing like that. So yeah, that's the story. You know, they definitely didn't like want me to play football. They thought it was too dangerous, of course, right? But I loved it and I wanted to try it, and so I did.
Well, both for like your when you started rapping, like were they okay with that, or I guess, yeah, like did they care at all?
Well, let's take a break first.
Okay.
Yeah, we're almost out of time,
Okay.
so we're gonna take a break.
Sure.
Hold your question, Jeff. That's a really good question, and we'll come back. Okay, so you guys stay
right.
tuned. We'll be right back. Okay.